Hi everybody, welcome back. Hope you all had a fantastic new year and a great Christmas. We're at the driving range today. I wanted to talk to you about some do's and don'ts of golf and also some myths that you've probably heard over the years that are probably being quite detrimental to your game. So the first thing I want to talk to you about, guys, and something that everybody does. It's difficult not to sometimes, depends who you're playing with, but listening to your playing partners. Okay, now unless your playing partner is a PGA professional or has an incredible knowledge of the game, it's very unlikely that they are going to be able to identify your problems that quickly on the golf course. Normally, it's going to be things that they'll tell you something like, you lifted your head, like you didn't turn your hips, or you didn't do a full swing. Whatever it may be that you listen to from your playing partners, they're not going to be the actual reason. They might be correlating, so they might see that you've done something and said, oh, that's the reason, but it's not necessarily the cause. We've got to find the cause before we can work out what or improve on the issue that we have. All right? If you throw enough darts at a dartboard, something is going to stick. So the first thing, guys, take what your playing partners say with a pinch of salt and don't listen to everything that you hear. The second thing I want to talk to you about, guys, is feel versus real. Okay, so when you're out on the golf course or when you're practicing, whatever it may be, what we feel that we're doing, okay, what we think or feel that we're doing with the golf club, with the ball, is often very far from what we're actually doing, okay, what is really happening. So one way of checking that would be getting your swing on video, making sure that you have a feel. For example, you have something that you're trying to achieve, you check it on video, you're going to be able to see how far away you are from that actually happening. Second thing would be getting some information, using a launch monitor if you have access to it. We have one at the club using the GC Quad that you can hire out, or potentially your local driving range that might have a top tracer. If you get some physical numbers there, some data, again, you're going to know where you're at with what you feel and what is really happening. So next on the list is internal thoughts. So what does that mean? Well, often when people hit bad shots, we always try to rationalize what's happened. But normally we're going to rationalize that by what we feel, okay? So what is going on internally in our brain. So normally we hit a bad shot, and often what I hear people saying is, oh, I tried to hit that one too hard, or I didn't feel comfortable over that one, or I didn't turn my hips enough. But these things normally happen after the shot, okay? No one tells me they didn't feel uncomfortable before. Can you swing it too fast? I'm not sure. I'd tell that to Bryson. So it's not going to be those things. We've got to look more at what's physically happened to the shot rather than what we feel, what is internally happening. So it's going to be things like where you've hit on the club face, where you're striking the ground, the path that you've created. Those things, those physical things that have happened that we can guarantee are going to improve the ball flight rather than what we feel or what we're internalizing ourselves. So last on the list, guys, is YouTube. Now, YouTube is a fantastic source of information, and you're really going to learn a lot of things from watching YouTube videos. But unfortunately, one video for one person could be the best advice I've ever heard, but for 1,000 others could be really detrimental to their game. So when you are looking at YouTube videos, make sure you know what your issues are, first of all, so you know what things to search for. And just make sure you don't get stuck in that YouTube rabbit hole of really searching for 1,000 videos when the real answer could be something a lot more simple. So there we go, guys. Those are some of my do's and don'ts in golf. Put them into practice, enjoy your practice, and I'll see you all soon.